Hi everyone, it's William, just in from outside. Kind of warm today, but pouring down rain. And when I say warm, I mean relatively. Relatively. So that's your weather report from the Portland area. Sorry, I don't know how much longer this cough is going to drag on. Anyway, we have a short one today. Our friend is feeling quite down in the dumps, so he doesn't have much to say. But what he says, as always, is interesting, and it's a piece of the puzzle. You can't do without it to get the overall view of things. Okay, so for our recap from the 10th of March, 1921, this is the day after. We're up to the 11th, and this is the day after the big showdown with Ducky. So they got together at her hotel. Basically, she called him a traitor to his emperor, referring to Kirill. He told her that everyone found Kirill reprehensible because of his behavior on the 17th of March of 1917, and they didn't get anywhere at all. They didn't come to any kind of agreement or even lose their hostility to one another. They just agreed at her suggestion, at her insistence, that they would be getting together in Paris so that they could appear in public like loving relatives, as if that was going to fool anyone. I seriously doubt that it did. But anyway, Dmitri decided he would go along with it. And as for today, for our cast, we have no one new, which is kind of nice. The calm before the storm, so to speak, because we will be having another one for the 13th March, where there are lots of people to introduce. So today we're actually doing two, because these are so short. We have the 11th of March and the 12th of March. So let's start with the 11th. It's, did I say at the beginning? 1921. And the 11th March, it's a Friday, and Dmitri is writing this at his flat at 76 Rue Miromesnil in Paris. Okay, I lunched that afternoon at the Ritz with Ducky. She didn't hide the fact that she was doing it only for decorum and without any particular satisfaction. So overall, it was quite strained and unpleasant. After escorting her back to the Loti, I returned to the Ritz because Audrey Parr was there, and after having a whiskey and soda, I went with her at first on foot and then by car to the Bois. I had tea at Maria's. I don't remember where I dined that evening. At any rate, I went to bed early. Okay, that's the 11th. Now we move on to the 12th, which was a Saturday. I did some writing in the morning. I lunched with Maria. No one was there. Afterwards, she and I took a walk. I don't remember where I dined. I think it was back at Maria's. Okay, you can see this is not our lively Dmitri that we've become so fond of. He's really, really down. When he says no one was there, I should clarify he means that Maria didn't have any guests. It doesn't sound like even Gulia was there. Maria seemed to have been fairly social, and she seems to have had guests most days at her home for both lunch and dinner sometimes, but not this time. Okay, so things to note. Not too many. Dmitri uses the English word decorum, and I think as long as he is on any given day talking to Ducky, he's going to use the words that she uses, and she was clearly speaking to him in English, and so I think, we can be 100% sure that decorum was a word that she used, and that she actually did tell him, I'm doing this only for the sake of decorum. It sounds like maybe he expected her to lighten up a little and maybe things to be a little nicer, but if so, he was disappointed. Unfortunately, we don't know what they talked about. They must have talked about something. We sorry, we do know that he had whiskey and soda back at the Ritz when he went back. Audrey Parr was there, good old Audrey. She's still sort of set her cap on having some kind of relationship with him. Well, apparently Coco's not available, so he goes and seeks some solace in Audrey, and he has his whiskey and soda. And I have to admit, I've never once in any of the diary entries where he actually tells us what he drinks, I've never seen him drink anything as far as cocktails go but whiskey and soda. That was his cocktail of choice. Very, very, very British of him. So if you're going to toast him at any point for any reason, I would definitely suggest a whiskey and soda. He doesn't tell us if he tried to knock on Coco's door, but at any rate, Audrey was available, so he went for a walk with her, and the next day he went for a walk with his sister, so he's kind of seeking comfort mainly with Maria. Okay, so what do we have next time? Next time, you'll want to come back for that, the 13th of March, because he's going to have dinner with Ducky, and this time it will not be just the two of them. She is going to be trying to show him exactly what a person of consequence she is and how high she and Kirill are in the eyes of the Russian emigres in Paris. So she's going to have quite a little group there for dinner. And yeah, so an interesting cast of characters, and also one of her sisters will turn up. And yeah, Dmitri will actually say explicitly what a dark mood he's in. And finally, Coco will re-enter the picture. Thank heavens for him. So I will hopefully see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.